wasn't so much what he said. It's what Mushmouth said.
And that is the character's name, is it? Mushmouth?
Mushmouth.
From Fat Albert?
It's what Mushmouth said. I guess the best way to sum this up is you have a clip of what
the actual comment that was made.
You know, another thing, it wouldn't be so much that I see him as a house Negro, but he's ugly.
If he looked better, it would be okay. We can stomach him being stupid.
It still wouldn't be okay, but...
Excuse me. Get it together. He do look like that character. He really... If he puts a hat on, I'm done. I would pee on myself.
He has to have a hat in the wintertime.
If he wears a hat like that, oh my God. And if they were to make him a cartoon illustration, he would look like that. He's just a funny looking man. You said there was one time you liked him, though, years ago, or when he was voted senator?
A long time ago.
Nice guy, huh?
A long time ago. But he's just, if you're going to be a house Negro, can you at least not be ugly?
He's like Samuel Jackson on the movie.
That's how I feel like. If back in the day,
Master, you want me to get him?
Back in the day, what they say, the light-skinned ones was in the house. It probably was some good, nice-looking black man with curly hair, and he was a house Negro. But when he walked around, and the women would be like, "Dang, I
wish he was out here with us."
But him,
they don't want him out in the field.
Trump thinks he's ugly. I guarantee you.
So if he ever gets on his bad side,
he'll call him ugly.
He will say a lot of things about his looks. That's what Trump does.
And then he made fun and said he got engaged. He said he got engaged. The audience laughed.
And how we know that laughter is not, yeah, right. The ladies on The View felt like he was trying to fill in all the blanks to possibly be the vice president pick.
But did you notice how let's say what he said. Listen to what Trump said after what Mushmouth said.
Okay.
All right.
Irritate y'all. It's really going to irritate you.
Oh, this. Trump's gone.
Please show this clip.
You know who delivered a double-digit victory tonight? It is a double-digit victory as of right now. Is this man, Donald J. Trump, the leader of America First?
Did you ever think that she actually appointed you, Tim? And think of it, appointed, and you're the senator of his state, and she endorsed me. You must really hate her. No, it's a shame. It's a shame. Uh-oh.
I just love you.
No, that's why he's a great politician.
It's so...
They listen to Joy.
But did you notice what Trump said after that?
Make you want to throw up.
He said that's why he's a great politician.
Yeah, that's
and y'all know Trump don't like politicians.
No, he doesn't.
So in other words, he's so stupid as a house Negro, he didn't even recognize that he talked about it when he went back.
Yes.
He said that's why he's a great politician.
That's a kick in the butt.
In other words, he's saying you're a politician.
Like most politicians,
you say whatever you need to say. Yeah. You're a liar.
Yes, I love you. Now, that made everybody just felt sick to their stomach because they figured...
You would think as a Christian. Go ahead.
Alyssa made a good point. She said, keep in mind, ladies, I work with these people. So I know how they really feel behind closed doors. They know darn well Nikki Haley is better qualified. But in public,
they have to say
to
something.
Keep their jobs.
Yeah.
To be a part of the administration.
Yeah.
They're lying, like most politicians.
How can you look at, even if you don't even like her, ex-governor of a successfully managed state, whether you like her or not,
two-term governor.
Two-term, You United Nations ambassador over Trump,
and
who didn't deliver anything that he said he was going to do in the last term.
Thank you.
So you are morons, because you have and here's the thing. If he wins, which I believe he will, I actually do believe what you said that minister said. I do believe that God is allowing it. Because you cannot say he did not give you any outs. He gave you a whole row of Republicans on whatever. I don't even like Vivek.
Right.
But even Vivek over Trump, God gave you a whole row of people to choose. And you want Saul. You want King Saul. And you're gonna get him. And including Mr. Christian Mushmouth, who literally went up and said, I love you. A man who has felony charges against him, who has already been charged civilly against doing the R word to that lady that's suing him again.
Thank you.
And you walk up and say you love him?
That was one of the things that the gentleman, I got to get his name, was on The View talking, because he's an evangelical, and he had to break it down. Even evangelicals, he said, are divided. And he says, we never think about if God is allowing something, let's say for sake of argument, he is the forerunner, he actually wins. Do people not quickly go, maybe God is allowing this, like you said, to judge his people?
And that's what's going to happen.
Said, I am a jealous God. I don't want any other God.
And they put Trump above everybody.
And you put man before me. You are placing your trust in man to fix the problems of your country.
And not me.
And not me.
So you know what? Here's the other thing too. I told you I don't care whichever one I'm
Well, Whoopi said,
I'm not investing in Joe Biden. I don't care which
Whoopi
one.
said, if he becomes the president, we deserve what we get.
You deserve it. Now, here was something that was positive.
What?
The way you look at those numbers.
Okay.
Because they said they polled a lot of the people after they voted. 60-something% who voted for Nikki Haley were independent, which means the independent voter, if given the choice, will vote for Nikki Haley over Trump. Now, the bulk of the Republicans voted for him. They showed that. But the independents,
which is a lot of times,
a lot of this country, voted for Nikki Haley. The other thing that they thought was very interesting was that Biden wasn't even on the ballot and he won for the Democrat side. What? People literally wrote his name in versus voting for the people who are already on there running for Democrat.
Oh, wow.
Which means that if you look at it in the general sense, the Democrats are going to, whether begrudgingly or not, support Joe Biden in the election.
Right.
I believe it's the same as the last election. It's not so much that they like Joe Biden.
They just don't.
They don't want Trump to win.
Yeah. Like what McCain's wife did. She out openly said he had cracked on her husband. Why would she even lift her finger to go Trump? Now, she said, I'm going on the other side. And it's like what Liz Cheney said. She said, policies you can discuss, debate, whatever, and they'll listen. But our democracy is very important to not lose.
Now, they said like 13% of Republicans voted for Nikki Haley. Now, they said, even though he won't say it, that irritated Trump because he felt like he would run away with it. And a commentator on Fox News was saying that's a troubling number for him. He needs to unite the party going into the general election and no longer kind of make this whole thing against me, against Nikki. You're so far ahead, you don't have to do to her what you tried to do to Hillary Clinton. Okay. But he didn't listen. He doesn't listen. No, he attacked her.
He goes by how he feels. That's the kind of people don't understand. Even with him, let's just say for sake of argument, we do pull out some good things that he can possibly do. Maybe like his last term, he helped our businesses. So a lot of businesses he kind of helped elevate. Maybe his stance on foreign affairs, who knows? He may be instrumental in stopping the war in Ukraine. We don't know. Let's just say for sake of argument, he does do some things to kind of move the needle. But you chancing it with this man. This man can wake up Monday and say, all right, everyone, I'm in agreement with you all, Republicans, all of you guys, let's do what you all say. Tuesday, I don't feel it. Right. I'm going to be a dictator and I don't care.
He's a wild card.
Ooh, that's
but it
dangerous.
Don't matter. It's
that's
fine.
Dangerous.
Because let's go to his page, Truth. Mm-hmm. He has Truth Social where he does had to show Mushmouth again. See you later, Mushmouth.
God, he looks so much like that.
And also understand this, Mushmouth. What you did to Nikki Haley that night in New Hampshire on that stage made you the furthest thing from Trump. Mm-hmm. One thing you can say about that man, he does not like people who are not loyal to a fault.
You think because he knows he's fake loyal?
He just said you must really hate her.
Oh, to jump ship from even supporting her.
She is the one who put you in the position that you are.
But you know
the first black senator. And you are endorsing me.
But you know what? One thing that for some reason, and you may call me on this if I'm missing it, any of you guys, with all the people that are supporting Trump, but even to the point where they're really, really up his bottom, his backside, with Pence and the whole four years with how Pence got on board with him and became his vice president and the back and forth, and you wait for Pence to say, what's Pence going to say? He'll find a nice way to still cover comb over. But there was something about his spirit in comparison to Tim. Pence, I don't think, he didn't backstab people out in public. Did I miss anything?
No,
he didn't do what Nikki Haley appointed him as senator.
He should not have did what. And here's the thing:
would have done that.
Here's the thing that made him look worse, in my opinion, to Trump. Mm-hmm. Even though he would not have endorsed Trump, honestly, as crazy as I think Trump is, he would have understood it because he understands loyalty. If Tim Scott said this Nikki Haley is the person that put me where I'm at, I love Trump, but I'm rolling with Nikki Haley. If Trump wins the main thing, we'll support him 100%. But right here, I can't. I'm loyal. She put me in the position that I'm in now, and I can't see myself turn. I really feel he would have respected that more.
You think?
I do.
Because I don't know. He's so wishy-washy.
He's crazy.
It's what mood he's in.
You're right.
And the thing is, Tim Scott, I pray
you look horrible
that you get convicted.
He ain't got no conviction.
Yeah, the Holy Spirit can still convict. The Holy Spirit does, whether we listen or not. I pray you don't have you have trouble sleeping because of what you've done outwardly and publicly. Because don't even say you are Christian. Please don't.
He should have answered that when he said you must really hate her. If he wanted to walk up to the microphone, he could have said,
no,
Trump, I love everybody.
Yes.
I'm a Christian. I
That's
love
what
everybody.
Pence would have said.
I love everybody.
I don't hate her, Trump. No. We won't
or
say that.
If Pence wouldn't have walked up to the microphone, he just would have been like, no.
You must really hate her.
Let me walk up to the microphone and say, I just love you.
You politician. Yeah.
That's what Trump said.
Yes.
But what he said on his truth thing,
Yeah.
again, I don't care who becomes president. I told you that. Either one of them can become president to me, as they both losers. I have now, where are you at? Massive, well, no, I'm going to do his Joe Biden. I have now beaten the once very popular sitting governor of Iowa and the once fairly popular sitting governor of New Hampshire. And now both are extremely unpopular with their states and within the Republican Party. Then he looked at his little national poll. Trump, 48%, Biden, 41%. But remember, I told you, those independents,
he has to gain their
he needs to gain them.
That's what Sarah keeps saying.
But he's so stupid, he
Sarah
don't understand
is independent. She said, do you not know there's a large percentage of us? We're looking at both sides and even the independent side. And then we're seeing who captures mostly what we believe in or our policies that we stand clear on. And he's still a wild card to a lot of people.
And he posted this, and this is why I told you he's stupid, from this David Brody guy. The fat lady is singing. I guess one of us is singing. President Trump's victory in New Hampshire was actually even more impressive than his 30-point win in Iowa. Let us count the ways. More than half of the primary voters were not Republicans. That's what they were saying, you big dummy. They polled them. The ones who were not Republican, who were independent, voted for Nikki Haley. So your first point actually goes towards Nikki Haley, not Trump.
Okay.
64% of the primary voters said they were not MAGA. So he's saying they're regular old Republicans. Like I said, Nikki Haley had the endorsement of the governor
of New Hampshire.
She spent a lot of money in New Hampshire. This is somebody else, David Brody. But what we're saying is we already knew Trump was going to win. We already know he's going to win in every single state. What y'all need to start looking at is how does this match up to the national election day?
But don't we still have to look at the electoral? That's always been our little concern.
Well, it's the states.
Because you think about it, in the last few elections, Hillary was popular. And then there was another election even before her where they were popular, but the electoral vote didn't pick her.
Yeah.
So I'm concerned about this whole electoral. I think we still need to make changes to the electoral because you mentioned how that came about in the history of our country, and we need to make changes to that because the population is changing in these various states. I don't like the fact that an empty state, I could be wrong with whatever states there are, like a North or South Dakota or something, has more electoral votes than a state of Illinois or New York or something.
Now, one thing that Donald Trump does have to look at is that poll analysis says a surge in Black voter support for Trump. That I do agree with. And Hispanic. I do agree with that. I do. Because before, if you were Black and you said you were a Trumpster, people would boo you off the stage. Now, if you Black and you say I'm a Trumpster, people go, all right, whatever. So that means Black people don't dislike him as much as they did the first time around.
Well, he kind of picking up the hood as far as the craziness in his life and criminal.
Yeah.
That's sad.
All right. Let me see what anybody